I'm okay, but live your life, yeah. Thanks, no name. I'm not planning on going to Kuwait right now, no. Anytime soon. Take us. I'm not doing that travel journey anymore. Like I can't do it. Like the thousands of dollars spent back and forth. Um the toll it takes on you mentally. Like every minute I'm just like, okay, just stay calm, just stay calm. In every lineup, in every like it was just a lot of walking. I'm not used to that. And in Germany airport, you can't ask for help. Like I'm like, is this shuttle? Is there like a shuttle service? Like, they're like, oh ma'am, you have to pre-book that. It's like for people who are like disabled, and you need to book it 2 days in advance. So I was like, okay.
Oh my goodness, Chantel, you do seem to be having a little bit of a tough time there. Hi, everybody. This is Ray. It's Life and Vibe. And Chantel is back in Canada. I don't know if she's moved back to Canada or not, but she's certainly in Canada. But before we get into any of the shenanigans that seems to be happening with Chantel currently, now that she's in Canada, let me just make sure I put out all my disclaimers first and cover all my bases before we get started, because she hit about every one of her points that she likes to use to gaslight her audience about her taking control of her life. So, anyway, let me roll those out real quick. And obviously, I always like to give a trigger warning because we never know where Chantel is going to go with her content. And if you do like this type of content, please make sure that you subscribe, hit the likes, leave me a comment. The community is growing, and I certainly appreciate that. So, yeah. Before we actually get into her most recent upload, because Chantel has been uploading, Foodie Beauty has been uploading quite a lot. And there's been quite a lot that's been happening on her channel. There has been a change in her banner again. She is popping out vlogs and live streams left, right, and center. So there's just a lot going on. The coffee run that she did this morning, we will be showing that there was a bad weather alert in Canada. And this is going to kind of touch into one of the things I'm about to talk about. And I'm just speculating. I am a healthcare professional here in the United States. I do hold an active license as a registered nurse and have a Bachelor of Science in nursing and a year of postgraduate studies of a Master of Science in nursing going towards nurse practitioner. So I have almost close to 15 years in healthcare experience as well. So I want to say, though, that I have never physically assessed Chantel. And this video and this content obviously is just for educational and information purposes only. So that said, I do want to share something that I found quite interesting from Sirius XM, and I hope this does not copyright strike me. So let me stop sharing this screen. I just want to play this piece that came through from Sirius XM that was quite interesting. And it's talking about narcissism, manipulation, and toxicity. And I just wanted to kind of play the first part of it. I'm going to kind of break it up. I think it's really important to hear. And I'm not saying that this is me diagnosing this person, because I am not a mental health nurse practitioner, and you would need to have a physical assessment. There's so many other things. Like I said, we only are ever speculating. But this is certainly somebody who uses her audience frequently in order to gain either attention, to gain some type of weird parasocial relationship. She certainly has been doing a lot of dry begging for money, which is awful. I mean, all of us would obviously like to make a good amount of money from our channels, obviously. It would mean that we get the luxury of being creators rather than having to maybe have a second or, our real job and then obviously having to come out and do content. I currently am sort of semi-retired. So this to me is something that I enjoy doing. And though I always want to state I am monetized. That said, I don't try to come out and give all of my, hopefully my, everything that's going on in my life. I'm not going to try to put upon my audience. I'm a reaction channel. This is not what my channel's about, obviously. But Chantel is really somebody who, when she got back, started to talk about having the need to talk to her audience. She has had a channel strike. She is also been out in a big documentary for Mr. Snowflake. She has had numerous problems just with her supposedly observing the holy month of Ramadan and fasting and eating halal. She tells people she's on a health journey continuously. She lied to her audience about having a diagnosis of sciatica. She changes her stories constantly. So I think it'd be really important just to take this listen to what these professionals have to say. And I'm going to play, obviously, the intro because I want you to know the names of these people. And I'm going to link, obviously, the link to this particular episode to SiriusXM, which I would strongly encourage people. I'm not sponsored. I wish I were. I love this channel. It's Doctors Radio. Let's listen.
Doctor Radio. You're listening to The Psychiatry Show on SiriusXM Doctor Radio. Doctor Radio.
Welcome back to Dr. Radio on SiriusXM 110. I'm your host, Dr. Thea Gallagher, and you can call us at any point throughout the show if you have any questions for us. Give us a call, 1-877-NYU-DOCS. That's 1-877-698-3627. And I'm so excited and a little bit starstruck to interview our next guest, Dr. Ramani Durvasula. She is a licensed clinical psychologist in Los Angeles and founder and CEO of Luna Education Training and Consulting, also the author of several books, including her latest, which is now available, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Surviving a Relationship with a Narcissist, and It's Not You, Identifying and Healing from Narcissistic People. Lastly, she has her new podcast, Navigating Narcissism with Dr. Ramani. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
And obviously, I'm stopping in order to make this fair use content and hopefully not to get any trouble or get any copyright strikes. So cross fingers, because this is great to hear.
Much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, we'll do a quick definition of narcissism and narcissistic behavior. I know so many people are more familiar with what it is, but I'd love to hear from you. Just kind of what should people know about what's a narcissist and what is narcissistic behavior?
So a narcissistic behavior is behavior that sort of tracks from the traits and patterns that comprise a narcissistic person, and narcissism is a personality style. So let's talk about the traits first, because that sort of almost drives the behaviors.
And I think it's going to be really important to listen to the traits of this, because I think we should use these, just speculating as we track Foodie in this journey of her supposed move back to Canada. Because I have my suspicions it's a money grab and a visa run. And that she and Salau, I suppose I say so many things incorrectly. Salah, is that it? Salah? That's it. Salah. Okay. All right. Sorry. Are there to do some type of scheme to get money. He's in her chat a lot. So I suspect that, I don't know. I don't think she's in Canada for long, folks. So don't get excited. We'll talk about it in her video, but let's listen to the doctor.
The traits we see in a narcissistic person are things like lack of empathy, grandiosity, entitlement, an excessive need for admiration and validation, self-centeredness, belief that other people envy them or they envy other people. We'll see some emotional dysregulation, especially an incapacity to tolerate frustration or disappointment. And that will often either be passive aggressive rage or overt good old fashioned rage. We'll also see it with arrogance. Those are the traits we would see that sort of comprise this narcissistic pattern. And all of that is sort of belying an underlying kind of sense of insecurity and shame, but we don't see that. We really see all these forward-facing traits. That translates into behaviors including invalidation, manipulation, gaslighting.
Okay. I just want you to think about what Foodie Beauty herself went through when she was talking about her recent strike from YouTube and a ban for 7 days. She actually blamed still the other creator, Kalari, and that was disgraceful. So she's still not taking responsibility. And she was raging, though, at that time when she lashed out at Kalari. Go check out her channel, everyone. But she was lashing out at her. Okay. And so that was part of her rage. Her passive aggressive rage was like, I guess, the community post that went up and then came back down. She's done so many things. They're pretty wild at this time. It's interesting to watch, but just keep listening, because this I feel is really a good summary of Chantel and everything that she touches and does.
Like I said, that rage, betrayal, shifting of blame, not taking responsibility, neglect of people in relationships, a self-importance. And as you can imagine, then the downstream effect of that is very unhealthy for people in these relationships.
And I want to talk about just her experience going through the airport. If you watch how she responds to the fact that she had to walk through the airport and not have all of that, just right there. Oh, I had to walk. Oh, it was so difficult. You have spent months across the street from a beach and everyone telling you your health is declining. And you want everybody to treat you special and that you're disabled. And unfortunately, you went into a country where they're not going to support a self-chosen habit, which is what you have, Chantel. You choose not to eat right, and you choose not to exercise. You choose to ignore your health, and you choose not to see healthcare. The whole entire time since you have returned back to Canada, it's been one takeout after another. So to gaslight your audience, which I just talked about gaslighting here, about you wanting to get healthy, is such lies, girl. It's such manipulation and it's such toxicity. And you continue this. And the good news is that what I have seen, because you have been dry begging your audience so hard and have been coming out with so many boring live streams, stale content out of that bed rotting Kia, girl. Because if you talk about bed rotting, you're bed rotting in the Kia at the moment. And you have no right to be bed rotting. You don't do anything. You are rotting in your space, but not because you've been working hard at doing anything. It's just out of control, girl. I'm going to let these smart people continue.
Relationships. If this is someone's parent, it would have had massive developmental impacts. And as we get into adulthood, whether this is an intimate partner, whether it's an ongoing relationship with a family member, even if it's a friend and certainly a colleague or someone we work with, these impacts can be quite profound and result in all kinds of issues for a person in one of these relationships, including confusion, anxiety, rumination, regret, sadness, depression, irritability, hypervigilance, difficulties with concentration. So that's sort of the train, if you will, all the way through of how narcissism, what it is, how it shows up, and how it affects other people. It is, and you know this as well, if not better than I do. A lot of people get confused and think narcissism is a disorder. It's not. It's a personality style, and obviously, when it is when it's witnessed by a mental health practitioner and clocked as such, a person gets the diagnosis. There's plenty of people out there walking in the world that would meet criteria for this diagnosis, but they've never seen anyone. And so
Mhm.
we don't really get to sort of use that label. And I think it's far more accurate and meaningful to use this designation as a personality style instead of
Mhm.
getting caught in sort of this whole semantic debate about whether or not this is a diagnosis or not. Personally, I think it's a terrible diagnostic formulation that doesn't move the needle. And I think we're
Mhm.
better off focusing on it as a personality style.
Mhm. And if it's not, first,
So that is very interesting, and I'm going to end that there. Thank you very much from my friends over at the Doctors Radio. If you are somebody who does watch Sirius XM, I would say to do that one over and listen to their channel. They have something about lying, pathological lying. That's an episode that just came out, so I wasn't able to access it, but it's one I'm definitely going to bring along with some of Chantel's content because it is wild. Okay, so Chantel goes out today very early. So she released a couple of things out really early. So she is certainly just one thing after the next as far as her content is coming out. And it's all coming out of the Kia. So my idea is that she had gone and been out and about and had got back to Canada. She said she was 40 when she landed in Canada. So she potentially celebrated her birthday on the 28th. This was in her vlog that she released. She potentially on the 28th, which is her birthday, was in Kuwait at that time. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it was they realized that they should just take advantage of this time and get her back over to Canada, knowing that she just could celebrate with her family once she got there and get some birthday presents, some birthday money, improve the content, start to dry beg her audience, start to make things a little bit more exciting. Who knows? Who knows with Chantel and Salah what is going on? Who knows? But I can let you know that she did go out for a morning coffee, Beeze, at very early this morning. So obviously her mom is getting her out. We're going to listen to it before I sort of say anything. But it's just kind of talking about this idea of narcissism and personality style, which I think is really interesting. The alerts this morning said that they were to stay, I guess, inside until 2:13 p.m. over there where she lives in Canada. And it seems that she was out very early during a storm warning getting coffee because for Chantel, she probably does want to get coffee. But she complained about it, you'll hear. And then she obviously needs to stream because she knows she's got to make that money. And she probably knew she needed to get out and get anything posted early today in case the weather got bad and they potentially probably lost internet connectivity. That's what I'm thinking. So that's why I think she was posting that vlog very early this morning. And that's why she posted her live stream, is that she was trying to get ahead of the weather. So she may stream again tonight now that the weather has cleared and they have taken the warning down in that area of Canada. And she can get back into the Kia and get out there and stream. And obviously this morning she probably wasn't advised to do that, but Chantel don't care if she's going to risk the lives of emergency workers to come and save her if she had an accident. She don't think about other people because it's always about Chantel. All right, let me get over and actually show this morning's live stream because I've already talked for like 20 minutes. So now I'm going to show chapters so you guys can, skip on ahead. All right, I'm going to show that. But I just wanted to sort of show kind of the level of narcissism this person has. And I think we know it. All right. Okay, let me bring her up. And I'm going to speed her up in order to get it done. Luckily, it's a pretty short live stream, so I'm excited about that. Luckily, it's only 46 minutes, which on a Chantel level is pretty fast. Pretty short, I should say, not false short. But she obviously, I think, like I said, I don't think, and it's funny that she talked about, okay, we'll talk about it. Okay, just remember the weather alert as she talks in this video, and that the weather alert from the Canadian government was not lifted until 2:13 this afternoon, April the 4th in Canada. Okay, and listen to what she's going to gaslight her audience with, and think about what we just heard from our very smart doctors from Doctors Radio about narcissism, manipulation, and toxicity. All right, I'm going to put her to 1.25. She has a little more energy in Canada. All right, let me make sure that I'm much smaller. There we go. That's better. Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to shout at my mic. I get excited. All right, let me get over to her and get her started. Okay, Chantel. I'm going to have to make some gaslight notes over here.
Please, hello. Oh. Good morning, everybody. Probably nobody will be awake right now. I don't even know what I'm doing awake right now, but I still have toothpaste mouth. It's nostalgic. Yeah, I bet. Hi, Isla. And I noticed the air is drier because it's winter, so the bugs are no joke. Boobies! Hello. Yeah, it is annoying. Some people are night people, boobies. Natalie, hello, Capone. Good morning, Melly. Kiki. Tangerine. Hey, Krista. You're going to be going to bed? Orange Pulp. Hello, that's not playing. Hi, Golden Girl. Good morning. Having a beer, getting ready for bed. Life with Ron. Come to Ohio. I'll show you a good time. What does that mean, Ron? Thank you, Ron. That's a nice offer. Hi, Sandra. There's a snowstorm going on, like full-blown snowstorm, and I'm in the middle of it. I don't care. I need like a good coffee, and I don't, it's not the best, but whatever.
So here's our girl Chantel, who has said she just recently had work completed on her vehicle. I'm sure she has no sort of emergency kit in her car. You can see that the weather is obviously pretty intense. I'm sorry for the crackle and pops. I hope they don't actually come across on the recording. Sometimes they don't, so I hope not. Not sure where the crackle and pop's coming from. Just that maybe on her end. Anyway, she doesn't care. She literally has so much entitlement about her wanting to get a cup of coffee that she doesn't care if some emergency service had to come and get her. It's not about you, Chantel, at this point. I work as a registered nurse, and to have you just be back home where you don't pay your taxes and, assume all of these things, that you will get all this health care again, which you're not going to go and get. So you'll just end up getting so much bad takeout that the medications you were taking will no longer be able to stop you from getting your blood sugars too high, and you'll be in the emergency room at some point. If you're not back in Kuwait by that time, something of that nature. But be thankful that there are emergency services, but don't misuse them. Pay your taxes.
Hi, Sandra.
Oh,
Mimi.
and
Kuwait.
that was another thing I did want to bring up. She is potentially back in Canada because she does owe for taxes for 2023, because her home base for YouTube is Canada. And Canada has their taxes for 2023 must be filed by the end of April of this month. I mean, this year, which is this month. Anyway, she needs to, take care of that. So that's potentially another reason why, on the long list of reasons why she had to come back to Canada. She needs to take care of that tax situation if she's ever going to bring Salah back from Kuwait to Canada. Because I don't think it's going to happen because he is Syrian. I think there is something about that in their immigration policies about being of Syrian nationality. So it could just be a pipe dream for both of these two.
Yeah, I do. I miss Salah and my pets, obviously. Forest Faye? Yes, Michelle. Let's have coffee. Hi, Lisa P. Marbles. My audio sucks. Really? YouTube lover? Okay, hold on. Let me try to fix the...
Okay, I'm glad to hear that audio. I'm going to put my computer up a little bit then. So if you did hear Snapple, crack, and pops over there, that's coming on Chantel's audio and not mine. I get enough insults about my audio, and I've been working on it, so I'm glad that's not me. Thank you for clarifying. I'm kind of not really seeing all of this. Sort of, but not really.
I'll try to put my microphones on if it's always crackling. Let the sky fall. Yeah, so I'm kind of depressed about that, but
Okay, so as the nurse, what am I seeing here? I mean, again, she's gonna have filters. You would think it's somebody who's been doing YouTube as long as she would. You know to put your microphone in. I even know if I'm ever doing any type of recording, even if it's a short in my car, to put the microphone on. Why use background music with the dog? Her skin, I don't know. It doesn't look as bad as it usually did. It's flared up in Kuwait, but she's definitely got something going on. And that's outside of the mask. Okay. The CPAP mask does not sit up high on your cheeks like that. So that's something going on outside of where the mask fits. I wanted to point out.
you know, what can I do about it? You know, like yeah, I took a picture of the snow to show him. Don't miss Kuwait, you were so boring. Oh, side pot, I mean blue pot. The fur goes on top of the mic up when you go out in where there's wind. Anyway, I'm parked somewhere, but I hope no one comes out, an employee or something, and is like, "Ma'am, you can't park in our employee parking lot." Then I'll have to move, or I'll say, "Okay, hire me then. Let me do a day's work for you." I wish it worked that way. They'd have to fill out a lot of paperwork just for you to work one day. Put the furry muff on.
I'm gonna let you know her audio has not improved. Okay, now her chat is continuously telling her to improve her audio. Obviously, Chantel is not observing a fast in Ramadan because she's drinking coffee, which I think is not allowed. Obviously, her reasons is that because she's a diabetic, she is able to not observe the rules of fasting, but then she doesn't observe the rules of trying to manage diabetes either. So Chantel just doing whatever Chantel wants to do. Too much.
Is the audio better or what? Might be the internet if there's a storm. What? Is it really bad? Why is it crackling? I don't know. My internet might suck. It's terrible. Shit. That's not good. I don't know what to do. I wish I had my own place right now. Maybe I just won't go live until I get my own place because, like, I don't know the quality, the internet, everything sucks. Like, you can't hear me at all. Hi, Energy Egg. Hi, Leslie Cat. I don't want to restart the stream. I think it'll be the same. I don't know. Yeah, I've tried iced cappuccino. That's not bad for you. Weird, Bailey.
Look at the size of the drink that she has. And she said it was an iced cappuccino. So that is probably some sort of drink from a machine that is extremely extreme amounts of sugar and highly produced. I'm thinking, sorry, I'm not staying close enough to my microphone. I think she's got, I'm going to let her keep going, but yeah, don't let her fool you that she's trying to take care of her health. Remember, she gaslights, manipulates. It's very toxic.
Yeah, I think I found a place, but I'm not 100% sure yet about everything. Okay, SYL. Golden Girl, can you hear me okay? I believe you. I'm kidding. Hi, Fernanda. And I believe you guys too. I'm just kidding. Who did I miss here? You can hear me fine? Oh, didn't give my pets away for a man. I got married and I moved across the world. So I was planning on living a life of like travel and everything. I already went over why I couldn't bring them. Same reason I can't bring Julia.
That's called giving up your pets for a man. Whether that man is through marriage or you guys are dating. You met this guy on Global Tinder. You, within 2 weeks, decided that you were going to give up your entire life in Canada up and move to Kuwait. That is pretty much what you decided to do, girl. Oh, it's so tiring. And he's not really your husband. That's just you talking. That's just this part of the scam that you two are perpetuating in order to try to get something. You want to be married. That's your soap opera fantasy going on in your head. That's your stories. You want to be married. You don't care what lengths you'd have to do it. You're not going to travel. You are never going to travel because you never care to get healthy enough to travel. You already just complained about how bad it is to fly and how you never want to fly again. And you're only a year out from having moved to another country. So don't make out you're some type of international flying traveler influencer, because you're not. You're just a terrible animal abuser who gets animals wherever you land yourself at and then doesn't take care of them. It's so negligent. But you're a manipulator, and you know that by having these animals, you help manipulate your audience out of money. It's very, very low. Very low character.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Chef Leftovers. Hey, Paul Freed.
Okay.
I can't scoop my glasses down. Ow! There's a bone here, you know. So, anyways, yeah, but Julia, I'm still gonna get her. I'm just gonna be able to see her again, you know. I know that. And Sam, I'll have Sam as well. So, Gemma Luna, welcome to Report Recipes.
So is she imagining in her mind, because Chantel knows nothing about immigration law, of course, or paying her taxes or actually being an adult. So this is just all, gaslighting, manipulating toxicity out to her audience, that she is fantasizing that she will be able to have potentially an apartment. And this is where I think she thinks, but we know in reality, the thing is, she's going to be back in Kuwait in a short amount of time, is that she could get, if she were somebody who was, in good stead with the Canadian government, and Salah, was not a Syrian, she would set up home in Canada. She would dry beg her audience to pay for all of that because she's just persistently asking for money, giving out her PayPal address, giving out her Venmo, probably her Instagram, letting them know she's going to have to thrift, like, oh, woe is me, and expecting somebody else to set her up in a lifestyle. I swear, now I'm thinking about every time she mentions a takeout place, she's hoping that somebody, and she says exactly what she wants to eat, that the person orders it ahead of time. And I guess whoever ordered from St. Hubert's for her, maybe they were already out of chicken fingers for the day because it was nighttime. So all they could get were, whatever fries she got with the gravy bowl. Or maybe that's what they wanted to see her eat. Maybe they didn't want to see her eat chicken fingers, whichever one of her feedies bought that meal for her. And then she went and picked it up. I don't think she's even buying her takeouts. I think that's why she gives out the, the names of the restaurants she wants to head to, so somebody can order her the food ahead of time, and then she can go live stream and show that her audience her eating that food. She's so bad. But anyway, it's all a scheme. It's all a scam. She is fantasizing that she's gonna have Salao fly on in from Kuwait with Julia. She's gonna mention the hamster, of course, and set up a little apartment in Canada with getting Sam back and this, that, and the other. And that's like her soap opera mind going. In reality, she knows there's this scam going on, and that she's just trying to do a cash grab while she's home in Canada from her audience, and she'll be back in Kuwait soon enough. And Salao is monitoring the chat and still like driving that helm. And because she wants to appear married, in my mind. And he does still want to get to Canada. But I don't know how possible that. But he still wants her, he still needs to milk that, money out of her. So just be cautious, guys. Anyway, I'm going to let her continue. That was enough talking there.
When people have to move, it's not an easy decision what to do with your pets,
I'll tell you what I did with my 2 pets when I moved from Mexico City to Virginia Beach, which was in 2001. I was 31 and it was a distance flight. I took my pets with me and took the time to find out from immigration how to bring my pets into the United States without it being an issue. And I always had my pets at the vets being vaccinated and cared for. So they had a long history of medical records. And I just paid the extra, and they went in their little special crates, and I made sure that they had, like, the cat had a sedation medication that the vet recommended for, and the puppy. They all had like little meds and stuff to take so they wouldn't be so stressed out on the flight. There were all sorts of preps, little food things that I had, messages and notes on their crate for the airline staff, just thanking them for taking such good care of my babies for me. I made sure to put that on there because I wanted to thank them, because I had to go from Mexico City into Houston, Texas, and then catch a connecting flight to Washington National, where I then rented a car so they wouldn't have to take another flight. And I drove 4 hours from DC down to Virginia Beach. So I don't want to hear you telling your audience about the difficulty. Stop it. Sorry, that was a lecture. I know, but she's just out here trying to get money, and I want to explain why.
I stayed home like near the end a lot. I stayed home a lot in Kuwait, but to be fair, I also did a lot of content on the couples channel where we did things, but that hasn't been in a while. That's too bad. Hi, Sea Roller. Hopefully I can get my, Yeah, I know the sound is not really that good. Sorry, guys. Christina, hello. So, I know I can't wait to see Sam either. And have a place to like do content and stuff like that. But today is like really bad snowstorm, so yeah. If you really want to unsub, yeah, sure, it's up to you.
Oh, good.
I want to see Sam Ganoush.
Good. I'm so glad that person is unsubbing from her channel. I know I have people unsub for mine because they didn't think my April Fool's joke was funny. That's okay. I didn't harm anybody. I didn't talk about her health. And it is potentially something that she does have to think about when she gets back to Kuwait. So anyway, I would never want to support this person. And the good news is, if you go and take a look at her channel, her views are already tanking because her content's stale. I want to get back to my glitters bikini haul. Oh, sorry, guys.
That in my thing. But I was walking when I saw her, so that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Really, I don't. What a dumb thing to say. I know. Yeah, Snow Angel Beeze now. Well, it sounds like water damage. Shit. What if I damaged my phone? Then I'm screwed for life. You guys are annoying me right now. I don't know what to do about it. You're stressing me out. Oh, Where's the speaker, anyways?
You know, and that's where you just know she doesn't care. When I have issues with my videos, my audios, my stream, anything, and anyone in my audience gives me recommendations about how to improve my content, certain things, I have a lisp. So I can sound like I'm slurring my words, and I try really hard not to. That's a speech impediment. I promise you, my speech therapist worked with me as a child. But certain things that I can control, I do try to make a change in that. But Chantel has been doing this for a long time, and she has been streaming out of that Kia for a significant period of time. But to turn around and tell her audience that they're annoying her when she out here dry begging and having people unsubscribe, I hope it takes her channel down. I hope this all takes it down. I'm sorry, but that's not the way to treat people who are the reason why you just were able to fly and do the things that you do. It's very rude. Very rude. You're so rude.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute. I mean, I blew into it like it's an old Nintendo, and that's the only thing I can do. You know, these people don't have the nerve to walk up to you. Yeah, well, somebody did in Kuwait, a young girl. I don't know. With her mother. Hey, mistress, I was cleaning off my car of like a million freaking inches of snow. And then I came in and shook all the snow off of myself, and some of it probably got on the phone. Hey, kicking it. Yeah, I have to put my phone in rice now. What the hell? Jamie.
From the looks of it, this doesn't look like any snow was taken off. So I think she probably just cleared enough to see out of the windshield to get her coffee. Because Chantel does not have the energy to get around and clear all the, you know, 4 sides of a car windows to get any type of vision. Girl, you are so dangerous with those readers on. Because those aren't prescription. Those are some readers that Salah picked up for you.
It's not that bad. Okay, good. Rosemary! Hi, Beezer. Beaver Beezer. It's weird to have people recognize me in public. Yeah, it is actually. I mean, it's like not weird, but I don't mind. I mean, if people are nice, whatever. People are always nice to your face. It's what they do behind your back. Hi, Gemma. Yeah, Blue Pot's just a veteran troll. Yeah, the Nintendo blow. Put your phone in chicken match, Boots. It's not that bad. I can hear you. Thank you. So this is a double. And
double iced cappuccino. However many calories that is already. So if she's telling you that she's here to take care of her health, she's gaslighting everybody.
I feel so white trash right now. I'm just joking. I'm kidding. You guys have to take a joke.
That's probably about the most accurate thing you're going to say during this entire live stream, other than the fact you're sitting in a storm. Continue, Chantel.
You just got a Tim's head? No way. Thank you, Tim Hortons. It's Tim Hortons. Hi, Teardrop. Good morning. How are you? Yeah, 2 cream, 2 sugar, not 2 milk. Ugh. Has to be cream and coffee. So today, I ate way too much yesterday. So today, I'm going to try to just eat like a normal human, okay? So I want to write something. I can't with my other hand. You'd make me tall, so that'd be nice. Yeah, I'm friggin' short. Not right now, Bailey. I don't get recognized. Maybe, I don't know. So I ate way too much. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to talk about it. I had those 3 meat patties, right? Chicken patties. Then I had Harvey's. Again, with the deep fried pickles this time. With with ranch poured all over them. Then I had spaghetti and meatballs, like, later. So, all this to say, today I'm gonna try to eat normal.
Foodie, that was you eating normal. That is your normal consumption. So I'm just waiting. I'm counting down to when we get an emergency room visit. Just keep going. I mean, it's the same. It's the same. You don't care about your health. You don't care about anybody but yourself, making money and scamming these poor people and driving your audience, because that's what you do. It's what it is.
You know, like, structured and more normal. But right now, I'm just having liquids right now. Yeah. Deep fried pickles. Oh, you like them? They're so good. One side of your face looks very swollen. Yeah, I have left side swollen face disorder. It's a new day, just don't eat as much. Yeah. Fried pickles are of the devil's.
Just to double check, Chantel, did you diagnose yourself with that left-sided face disorder? Probably.
Loins. Yeah. See, I always have boogers now because I'm in Canada and the air's dry. I'm going back to Kuwait. I'm just joking. I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here now because I don't want to travel. I literally don't know if I could ever make that trip for a long time, a few months. And also because I can't keep changing my mind. Like, oh my gosh, like, what kind of freaking manic? Honestly, I've done this traveling so many times. I've changed my mind so many times. Last time I came down here, I was supposed to do exactly what I'm doing now. But no. And now I have a pain in my heart because I miss my husband. I feel really alone. Even if I have people around me, I'm going to feel alone because I'm alone for a certain type of, like, attention and love. And I miss Julia's bad breath.
If Julia has bad breath, you can have your cat's teeth descaled. And that might help her out too. Because those teeth, if something's going on, or if her breath is smelling, that means that she could have a tooth that's rotting. It could cause Julia to have heart disease, just like a human. You are a very sort of disorganized person. And then, gosh, and you're sitting here in the middle of a snowstorm. Keep going, girl. I love it.
Hey, Fergus, welcome, salam. I don't know, flowers. You miss Julia, me too. Anyway. Yeah. Look after my health, yeah.
I hope anybody who genuinely believes that this person is here for a health journey unsubscribes from her channel. As a registered nurse, I cannot say that anything that she does after she just listed out all of that takeout, and that was probably just one day. And she went to the place, the St. Harvey's or wherever it was. I'm sorry if I'm getting the place incorrect. I'm sorry. The chicken pot pie place, all of these different places. The minute she got out of the airport after she ate a chicken sandwich, looks like she was pulling off to get a takeout, and she discovered that the Nashies weren't there, and that or drive-through, I should say, and that, obviously was a disappointing moment for her. She has 8 protein and just a litany of things that shows that, once again, she doesn't care. The whole time you have shown for the last 6 months. Easily since the doctor in Kuwait said you had diabetes type 2 mellitus. Publicly, you announced it. That you have shown you don't care. So you can't expect your audience to want to stay around for that. Those who are thought that's what you were trying to do. They can't support it. And I don't blame them. And I'm glad your views are down.
I'm excited to see you again. I promise you can Beeze at all hours. Yeah. You can follow me now. Know what's going on. Constellation, I need the tea. Yeah, her teeth are fine. I mean, you know, cat breath smells like fish or something, like what they eat. He likes chaos. Lavender coffee. Oh, yeah, ask them if they can make.
And since I understand that you really don't, from the looks of things, do anything about your dental care, because it looks like one of your teeth is about to fall out the front. It looks completely rotted out of your front. That you wouldn't take care of your cat's teeth.
Make it low calorie. Lavender and coffee. I wonder. Lavender lemonade is good. You can FaceTime Salah. Yeah, it's not the same. I also miss like the call to prayer. Like it feels different here. It takes some getting used to again. Can someone come with a megaphone out front of my window and do the call to prayer? You can get yourself sorted, then go back with a new outlook. Yeah, we'll see, I guess. Hey, Lynn. Hi, Ned girl. My cat's breath smells like cat food. I know. I look like Amy Ramadan. Yeah, well, we did dress similar. Yes, I know. And I always used to think, like, because I wasn't hijabi then, and I always used to go, why is she always fussing with her hijab? And now I know, because when you have a fat face, this thing just like, okay, let's just let it go. Who cares? It's annoying, though. Look at my chin. See how it shapes your face? I look like Mo.
Even people are just knowing that you're not following any type of religion except what you want to follow. You pick and choose. You know, just wear it however you want, girl. We know why you wear it. It's to hide the size of your face because the filters can't handle that on camera, girl. I'm trying to make this lighthearted. Sometimes, though, it's just very difficult to watch somebody lie just continuously to their audience and laugh about it. It's not a story to me. This person is misusing people about to misuse the Canadian healthcare system. And that to me is problematic. And I just cannot sort of be like, this is funny. Because to me, it's not very funny. She could need EMTs out there and putting people's lives at risk. At this point to me, how is that funny? It's just not, girl. You're just really reckless.
Dean. Hey, Hoti. Your wisdom teeth removed? Capone. Fix your problems. Thomas the Tank Engine. Shaped like a scream mask, yeah. His breath smells like that. Did you get Timmy's for all of us? Anna Nicole, sharing is caring. Thank you, Anna. Yeah, I would get you guys coffee. It's a fraction of the price of freaking Starbucks.
I'll let you know. One, that's funny you say it's a fraction of the price of Starbucks because I thought you had banned Starbucks, girl. So, and I guess since you're talking about the Starbucks, you used up your Starbucks cards that you got given as Christmas gifts? Or did you give those all away to your family because you were standing by principle? Anyway, she's continuing just to talk about, nonsense. She never has planned content, obviously. And the only thing that's horrific, Chantel, is literally your content.
Hey, Jenny, you miss Talibat. Yeah. Don't make me miss Kuwait because I'll go back. I'm supposed to go and
Oh, so that's funny that you've mentioned about going back to Kuwait if people make you miss it. Are you trying to just sort of set the precedence in case you do return back after you've done this visa run money begging cash grab? Curious, Chantel. Keep going, because you always tell on yourself, girl.
put a deposit on a place today. So once I do that, it's fine. I mean, you can get it back, but my mind changes every hour.
Okay, so I would be curious if anybody is familiar with Canadian rental laws, if you can just get it back like that, a deposit. And there was a snowstorm warning, as we saw, in her hometown till 2:13 that afternoon. So I'm guessing after 2:13 or after the snow warning, because why would you be driving to the rental place to leave a rental deposit during a snowstorm? Doesn't make sense. And then usually if you do something like that, they are probably going to hold a certain amount of that deposit that you put down. You're not going to get it all back because there's going to be time that was spent. Because I've rented apartments when I was traveling as an RN. I own my home, Chantel. But when I did rent and own this home at the same time, I understood that was part of the reason why I was able to rent very easily, was because I was a long-standing homeowner. But you don't have that type of history, do you, girl? So you don't understand that. But anyway, yeah, and that is me throwing shade at her. So if anyone is upset about that, yeah, I threw some shade at Chantel there. Anyway, they're going to keep some of that money. So this is all just manipulation. Remember the psychiatrist at the beginning? Listen to everything she's really saying. Okay? Just listen. Like, underneath it. Because she's telling the lies as she goes along. She's not getting an apartment.
Let yourself adjust. Thanks, Ron. You think it'll be okay here? I don't know. Teardrop, yeah. Hey, Lolo. Capone.
I'm speeding her to 1.5 just to see if she comes out with any more lies and gems, because it's so boring, her content. And she just sits there and says hi. So she's just hoping she can see some super chats and people buying memberships. That's what she's looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I have a good record of rental anyways. I don't know. I mean, not perfect, but
Chantel, you have 2 bankruptcies. You ruined Pete's credit because previously with the villa, he had to use his credit because you couldn't use yours to rent the apartment. You have unpaid owed taxes in Canada. You have a job as a YouTube creator. You have no current rental history for an extended period of time. And you owe taxes to the Canadian government. And this year, past years. So you know damn well that unless somebody in your family signed that apartment for you, which they never would do, because I think your family's smarter than that, the only way is to find another person who you could use, like Pete's. And hopefully he's smart not to do that again, because I think he's just has a room somewhere. So you ruined his credit. He probably can't rent somewhere either. So you know full well you can't rent an apartment, girl. So this is why it's so hilarious to listen to her. I'm sorry I say it so seriously. It's just hilarious because she knows full well she could not rent the apartment because of all of that history. All right, keep going. I sped you up because you're boring.
No, see, I'm trapped in the house, sweating and feeling depressed. Go do it. Could go do it right now. Lisa, you mean go put a deposit? This is a new sweater, by the way. It's just like a black sweater. Gotta have one of those. I don't know how I cleaned off my car today. Really, I don't. Sorry, I gotta blow my schnoz. I gotta clean my car. It's just one of them days. Oh, look what I have. Pink sugar. Yes, it smells really good.
So I always want to give a moment when Chantel has an audience member say, well, why don't you go now? Why don't you go over into the rental place and let's drop the deposit off? She's going to go to a whole different topic of conversation because what she's hoping to do is to gaslight her audience, dry bag them, put out her cash apps, get them to send her money away from YouTube, because she doesn't want YouTube getting a percentage because they would get 30% of whatever they send. So she actually rather have people go outside of YouTube so that she can just take that money. Also, YouTube may file this with the Canadian government for taxes too. So she wants to keep out of that. She wants that hard, cold cash towards her pocket. And she is, it's just so bad. Continue. Just we're back to the gaslight manipulation in Canada that she gets to do so freely.
So what's up, guys? You'll be my roommates. Rachel, I appreciate that, but there's only certain people I can live with in life. Obviously, my husband. And even then, no, I'm just joking. I'm kidding, babe. 65, wow. My pink puffy coat. Goodwill. Sorry, guys. I can't turn the camera because I need privacy. What?
Really? You have to come out here and just like assault your nostrils like that in front of everyone, girl? I'm so sorry. I'm glad I put out trigger warnings for people because her content's so wild. All right, keep going. I still got 25 minutes. I want it to end.
Once I get a place and I have Sam, let's have a huge 24-hour, no, I don't know how many hours, 24-hour party Beeze or something, or 12 hours maybe 6 hours. I'll give the deposit, and if I just somehow something happens, I'll just cancel it, I guess, or get it back. It's refundable. Hold on.
A lot of times they aren't. A lot of times they keep a portion of it. She hasn't said the exact amount that she's going to deposit down, how much she could get refunded back. See, it's just always, when these people are putting out their sketchy lies, it's always going to be a little bit light on detail because they don't want to get tripped up. Because if they make too many details and they don't remember the details, then they'll trip themselves up in the future. So they have to have just enough detail, but not so much that they, could have a tough time remembering it in the future.
Hi, Cecily Sam! Hi, Carrie! And Minnie. I need some fresh air. It's nice. Oh. Look at the snow! You can't even see because it's white. It's snow. Hi, Sue-Ann! Frick. Gravy pool. Why did I get a large? It gets cold before you're even done. Okay, here's the thing, okay? Wait, what was I going to say? I don't know. What are you talking about, hot tea? You can keep, I know. Oh, Goodwill. I don't know. That's true. Snow is beautiful until you have to live in it, right? Thanks, space. There's not going to be any chaos in my life. Okay? We're just going to Beeze. I'm tired of chaos. What kind of chaos? I'm married.
Well, of course not. Because if she rages at the moment, she'll rage at some point. She'll get there. If she rages at the moment, she's going to get another strike from YouTube. And she's on some thin ground with them because, or thin ice, I should say, because they have taken her channel down once. She was able to get it back. They have just channel struck her and had her channel down for 7 days. And so she is needing to behave. She doesn't have a choice. That's why she can't rage about the Snowflake documentary or do any real raging. She can't afford a rage at the moment. She can't get mad at the reaction channels and haters. She'll be in trouble. She's been warned by YouTube. She obviously got quite a severe warning.
So there's no dating chaos. And even if I ever got divorced for some reason, there's no way I'm touching another male in my entire life from now on. Nope. Nope. Gross. When I think of all the creatures I let just like touch me, ew, 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 I have ick. Ew, I have ick. Let's make a song. But
I guess that's a dig at Nada. I guess she's been trying to hook up with him and he said no. He'll take the groceries, but he's not going to give her anything for it other than false hopes. So she's mad about that. There she's raging. Okay. She said she's okay. Seeing a little bit of the rage from the narcissism because she's in Canada. She's probably sent this person money and groceries and things, thinking that when she got home, they may, sneak off and meet up with her. And obviously that's not happening. That's funny. Interesting, Chantel. Keep telling on yourself, sweetie. It's enjoyable sometimes.
for real. For real. Yeah, I can't enjoy Kuwait in the summer, that's for sure. Yeah, you're right. I would go home and like hang on to Salah's leg for a whole 48 hours, Juliet in the other, and then Harry in my mouth. And then after that, I'd be like, okay, what now? Oh, it's boiling. Forget about it. Ugh.
That's funny right there. You would say, go home. Because I thought home was now Canada. I thought that's why you are about to go and put a deposit on a place. Oh, okay. I guess we're not going to be staying in Canada, but for a short time. Okay. All right. Well, we were expecting that. We'll just see for how long and how many fun stories Chantel can make up along the way. Because that's the fun part sometimes. Just seeing how many lies she can put out in one single day.
Yeah, so exactly. Yeah, you kind of feel isolated as a revert too. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. People are very how do I say it? Never mind. I don't know how to say it, so I'm not going to say it. Hello, sugar. Warm weather. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. If you're skinny, normally you're cold all the time, but not necessarily. I know some people that I used to work with a girl. She was bigger than me until she got surgery, and at the time she was bigger than me. She might have been about my size now, and she was always freezing in the office. It was so annoying because all she would complain about every day, talking about how she's cold. Thank you, Iona. So much to do in Canada. Yeah.
Well, that might have been because she had poor circulatory issues. You're just always hot. And that's probably coming from your heart not functioning properly. Because those cardiac patients, they really can sweat.
But so the microphone made it worse, the noise, because I could put it on. And yeah. So the coffee makes my teeth yellow. So yeah, I've a lot of you are probably wondering or going to mention. I already mentioned this, but I'm not fasting because yeah, I already said because my medications and hi Susan, Vanessa.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Your medications aren't recommending you to is eat the crap that you eat, Chantel. Genumet does not recommend going through the Humvee's takeout drive-through. They don't, or the Saint, whatever that pot pie place was. That's not part of what they say. They say to be taken with diet and exercise. And what they mean by diet is one that is modified for better health. Probably something that would involve not eating huge amounts of fried food and carbs and just absolute drinking gravy in your car. You drank gravy in your car. So I don't want you to talk about while you're sat there looking just like this with that face behind a filter in a snowstorm with no dental care, no medical care, no control of your type 2 diabetes, not caring if there's somebody who may need to rescue you in a snowstorm. I don't want you talking about it, about why you're not fasting. You're not fasting because you are a selfish, entitled narcissist, in my opinion.
So, and like the no water would be very dangerous with the medication. Tooth whitener. Yeah, I know. But then I drink coffee, it gets all brown. I don't have any plans to hot tea, that's for sure. Yeah.
Also, I've had dental professionals let me know that diabetics need to be seen 3 times a year, if not more, for their dental health. Diabetic type 2 and even potentially type 1s because of the propensity to mouth ulcers and sores and so forth. I don't know when Chantel last saw a dentist. From looking at her teeth, I would say it's been a long, long time. She is beyond tooth whitener. Her audience really gives some wild recommendations. I have to laugh because it's like, really? Are you not looking at what I'm looking at? I really feed into this person. My audience doesn't feed into me like that, but I'm a reaction channel.
Here's the fish. Oh, you're fishy fish. Widowed. I feel that after my hubby passed. I'm sorry for your loss, widowed. Too young. You turned out 50 guys at least. I just couldn't feel anything but yuck. Yeah, you had to prove it was like I don't want to deal with any of those emotions. I know what you mean, and I'm really sorry for your loss. Yeah. Well, over there I kept it more secret what I was doing, like just kind of like I did try to at first, but then yeah, after I got not feeling too well, I started eating again and drinking, but I don't announce it over there in Islamic country, you know, so I have to get paneer soon. Yeah, I have a lot to do on my list, but first
Or it would not have fit the narrative that you were trying to sell your audience, because they are very understanding. If you have medical conditions that would not allow you to fast, you don't have to fast. These are things that you are just doing to gaslight your audience. And now you're telling them that you lied about it. And we all knew you were. This is just, it's so manipulative. It's so manipulative. It's just so, and I think this is why I'm glad people are getting bored of your content. I'm glad my audience is starting to enjoy other people's content. I'm still here for the medical stuff, but you are so negligent with your health and so don't care about it that we just know you're going to continue to gain weight. You are not going to take care of your health, and you're going to have people unsubscribe because of it. And I'm all on board for it. I'm here for the train wreck. I always said that. I don't wish her any harm, but she's never going to take care of herself. So, I mean, I just want her as an example of this is what's going to happen when you really just don't care.
first I just need patience. We'll get back to regular beezing because I need to like get situated. There's an employee. Don't come near me. No. And then I have to get situated and do everything, like get set up again. Like I feel like I'm starting from scratch. Ugh. Like I'm not kidding. I don't know. I guess I'll just rebuild little bit by little bit. Like I should have kept a lot of things I had, but I didn't think I was ever coming back. I should know myself. Like you have to buy everything again, like from spatulas and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know why my audio is not good. I think I got it wet. Why did I change seats? Oh, yeah. Okay, so on the first flight, the Lufthansa flight. Hi, Dirty. A new blue pot? Yeah. Cheapest place. Yeah. Carly Steele! Go to Value Village for kitchen things. Really?
The duper's delight from this narcissist personality style is wild today. She's just thinking she's smarter than everybody else. She really does. And unfortunately for her audience, who are very kind and are willing to believe her, she is able to manipulate them. It's very toxic. And, but I mean, they are adults too, hopefully. And they are making the choices that they are watching this content and they know what they're letting themselves into. And if they feel that they want to help, you know, that I just glad for those who are genuinely not trying to watch this person make bad food choices or genuinely leaving her channel, because you're not going to survive with her content. She's never going to change. She's always going to be this way. Just letting you know.
I got you. How are you doing? I miss you. Hope you're well. I have to catch up. I've been so self-absorbed. Lufthansa. So I had my seat, right? Okay, I had a window seat assigned for me. Then yeah, I know that she's pregnant, Krista. Congratulations, Carly and Josh. You're gonna have a little Beezer. I don't have a wish list, Christina, but I can make one. You know what I want? I want one of those like lights, like I want to make my room like the Beeze Palace. I want one of those like galaxy lights that you put all over your room and it's like stars and everything. Maybe I could do sleep streams with the CPAP. Okay, listen. I went on the plane and then got in my seat and I was looking down the aisle like this. I didn't even notice probably, but I was like, you know, goosenecking the aisle to see if people are still boarding. And I'm like, please don't board. Hi, Vera. Anyway, that's a good idea, Cynthia. And then, so I get in my seat and so far there's no one sitting beside me. And I'm like, yes, you know.
So Chantel out here fantasy dreaming with her audience about this apartment and her teenager bedroom at 40 years old with her stale, boring content. We know that she can't get an apartment. She has 2 bankruptcies, ruined credit, owes God knows how much in taxes. Now she owes 2023 taxes too, because you know she didn't pay, you know, every quarter her taxes and make sure that she was staying up to date. She was definitely not doing anything. Now she needs to file, but she's not going to tell anybody that. There is not a single rental place in Canada that would rent to Chantel. Not one. Not with that history. Not with her being out of the country too. There's no way. She'd be lucky to get a Motel 6.
And I thought I heard the pilot, the captain, whatever you call him, say no more passengers on board. So I thought, yes. Then,
and if anybody wants to tell me I'm mean, oh, okay. I'm not concerned. I think it's mean for her to take money from people and to potentially bring people who are genuinely trying to take care of their health into her chat and into her channel by using hashtags that do things like weight loss and all these different things, health journey and diabetes and all this stuff that she's not doing. And I think that's worse. So I don't really have anything for this person. She's just somebody that I use as an example of what not to do with your health. All right, Chantel, keep going, girl. Keep coming out with the fantasy. You're never going to own anything. You're such a hot mess, girl. Go back to your teenager bedroom. Let me hear about it with the twinkle lights. Oh, let me get it started.
last minute, like last person to board. Of course, the last person comes up to me and he looks at me and he's like, and I look at it's not his fault, but I glared at him, this little tiny guy, and he's like, may I sit here? And I was like, so I was like, yeah, okay. So I switched seats because I went and looked for another 2 empty seats. hi GH, there were 2 seats. Like the seat configuration was 2, 4, 2. So there was like window aisle. Okay, I went up the aisle. Okay, I grabbed all my things. I said I'm gonna go look for an empty seat first. So I found a row of 2 that were empty. We take off. We're in the air at like 30,000 feet, and this random woman, like I swear she was just there, just poof, by God, to just test me on this, because out of nowhere she comes up to me and she's like, she's looking at the seat number. This is my seat. I'm like, where did you come from? Like, how did you just board the plane? We're in the air. I don't know what happened. Like, was she trying to sneak into like the first class seat and they caught her and now she has to come back to the economy? You know? So I was like so irritated. So I was like, and I know it's not.
No, Chantel, only you have that type of level of entitlement. That's why you think somebody else would be doing something scammy like that, because that's something that you would like to do, but you wouldn't be able to get away with it at your size because you barely can probably fit down the aisle of those airplanes. You probably hate it when you have to seat at the back of the plane, girl. I'm sure it's a struggle to get between those plane seats. I know, because I've flown a lot in my lifetime, girl. Anyway, the audacity to be upset that somebody had a seat next to you when you never take the time to notify the airlines ahead of time that you're a larger body size and that you're going to need to take 2 seats, because they also do have to make adjustments for the fuel, for the weight. So you also are throwing off the physics of the plane in some ways, because they do account for that as well. So you are always on a wing and a prayer that the seats will be empty. But once again, you were probably traveling around a peak holiday time, both Ramadan and Easter. Did you think about that? And that's why the planes were so full? But you're so selfish. You never want to pay extra, though you're an extra person in that plane. And those are kind of the policies for some of these airlines at this moment, no matter how much you might be upset by that. They pay extra for the fuel, for the weight. You're also taking space and overcrowding. The right thing to do is to notify the airline ahead of time, or to purchase an extra seat and say, I need to have them together, not separated, because I'm a larger person and I need comfortably to sit in 2 seats. That's your responsibility. I have no sympathy, 0 sympathy for you, especially when you're here and you just listed out every one of those takeout meals and drive-through meals you just had, and that you don't like to walk. You're telling on yourself everywhere in this. Your sense of entitlement and that narcissism that we heard from that psychiatry show, they all match. It's wild. You're not special. You're certainly not special. You're just like the rest of us, just a little bit bigger, framed.
Their fault, you know? So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. So embarrassing. Everyone's looking at me. I grab all my things, except my seatbelt extender. I forgot it. Go back to the seat where the little guy is sitting, and he's in the window seat now, my seat. So I said, you know what? Just give him the seat. So I just, I said, hi, sorry, can I sit here? So, yeah, he just slept pretty much the whole time like this on the tray table. Like, I don't know how you skinny people do that, but so I had to sit in the aisle seat. So that's why I had the 2 seats.
He was so depressed that you came and sat, because you don't bathe and shower properly. So you're probably over perfumed and not smelling very good because you don't bathe properly. And with that uncontrolled, unmanaged type 2 diabetes, the risk of you having like yeast and skin infections and all sorts of stuff going on is very high underneath your breasts, everywhere. And so you probably smell pretty sour. And I understand you why. And then you said you had gas. I'm sure he just couldn't believe that you came back. It probably ruined his flight. I don't think you realize your impact on others and how you affect others around you, especially in public places. People don't have a lot of sympathy for you, girl, because they know a lot of this is self-inflicted. I'm glad they made you walk at Lufthansa at the airport in Frankfurt. You needed the exercise. disabled. I'm not disabled.
That was so frustrating. That's why no, that was another flight when immigration came on. Everyone sit down, and I felt like if I could telepathically tell the steward that, like, yo, the flight attendant, like, I'm clenching hard here. I need to get off the plane. Why do I have to stay on the plane while these people get reprimanded or investigated? Can you guys hear me? I feel like my audio is crap. I almost did, Mimi.
Immigration might have been alerted that there was some crazy person coming in from Kuwait via Frankfurt. Maybe they were investigating you. Did you think about that? You look suspicious to me. Allegedly.
I almost did. Okay, I'm going to use the mic again, see if it's better, okay? I don't think it will be because I think I got water inside my microphone and I have to put it in rice. All right, testing, read all about it. A little cracky. It's the snow. See what you did? Canadian weather? Hi, Driv. Oh no. Okay, I'll put it in rice. Let's go buy a bag of rice. Okay. Oh, okay. I believe you. Jumping in the line. Rock your body on time. I cannot wait to go see Beetlejuice #2.
I just cannot believe.
It will work. The rice thing does work. Okay. You know what? Maybe I should just get off for now and let it dry out. Beetlejuice.
Surprisingly, she doesn't though, and goes for another 11 minutes.
Shake, signora. I can't wait. Salut, Marcia. Comment ça va? Ça va bien? It's cracking like you're peeking. What? Hi, Mercy Me. Stay on with us. I haven't made a list yet, Sarah. I need everything. The only thing I'm going to have at first is a bed and a 7-piece comforter set.
If this person dares to put an Amazon wish list and asks her audience to purchase items for her home, you guys are the fools and the money that are easily ported from one another. And I don't mind using that word. And I don't care if it upsets people in the audience that I use the word fool, because they are fools. Because that's just, and it could be because she could potentially set it up. I don't know enough about these wish lists that if the gift didn't turn out, that she can return it for cash. And she can suddenly get like a bunch of stuff in there on Amazon gift cards or who knows what. But I would not participate in anything or give this charlatan any money. And if you do, it's your own fault. And I have no sympathy for you either. To support this person is just outrageous.
I have a 10-foot charger, and I'm just going to bed rot. At nighttime, Oh.
There she says again about bed rotting. Bed rotting in the key at the moment, girl. Bed rotting is a phrase that's used throughout TikTok and different places to describe somebody who's had a lot on their plate, who's worked really hard, and really just what they also call in Britain a duvet day. Just needs to take a day out, hang out in the bed, just not have to worry or stress about anything, and just kind of take a what you could almost call like a mental health day, if you may. That's why they call it duvet days. It's like where you don't necessarily have a physical illness, but you just mentally know that you are drained. And this person here does nothing that meets those criteria at all.
Oh, I need a kitchen chair.
She just
so I can wheel around and cook. I'm kidding. These are plays. The reason why I like to sit too is to talk to you guys, like, at the same level, because my stand doesn't go that high. It'd be weird. Yeah, Penny. Thanks, SYL. Sofa, blue pot. I don't really need a sofa. I don't like to just chill in the living room,
Because you can't buy another stand, of course, because that's impossible. She's got to wheel around the chair. No, it's because you're obese and lazy. And obese is a medical term, by the way. And she is technically morbidly obese.
I don't want to have any company, so je suis fatiguée. Désolé. Moi aussi. Sauf a blue pot. Blue pot. Those are like freaking $60. Dishes, glasses. Dishes, you can go to Dollar Tree. I mean, yeah.
The giggle is the duper's delight. I had a video about it. I can't remember which one, but I spoke about her enjoying duper's delight. And I brought up some research from the National Institutes of Health in regard to that. So if you want to find that in the Chantel Foodie Zone playlist, it's there.
Yeah, the little tripod. No, I don't have a place yet. It cracked our floor. Yeah, I used to use a computer chair, 2-teardrop.
If you don't have a place yet, then where are you putting the deposit down? Because wouldn't you say then, I found somewhere and I'm going to put the deposit on it today? Saying I haven't got a place yet almost gives more of the thought that you actually haven't even found anywhere. So I guess that deposit is just a lie. Girl, keep up with your own lies.
I don't have any company at all. Like none. It's just a Beeze pad. That's it. No dish sponge. Even those. See? You have to think of everything. Like in Kuwait, I have all that already. Huge love sacks? What is that? Oh, like.
And like I said, how is she going to put a deposit on a place when she's got the world's worst credit? There's no place taking deposit money from Chantel. It's all a lie. She's just hoping people will send her money for the deposit. It's really sad, actually. You are so sad, girl. You've got nothing at 40. Nothing. It's marvelous. And it's not because you've, hadn't had an opportunity. You had a lot of money that you wasted. At one point, this person made $20,000 a month Canadian on YouTube when she was at the height of her crazy years, wild years. But she squandered all that on illegal substances and just fast food. And now she wants hardworking, good people from around the globe to send her money to continue with her habits. It's wild. Go ahead. Keep stealing from people because that's what you're doing pretty much.
For furniture? Can you take us to Farm Boy Beeze? Yeah, Farm Boy, I miss it. Hi, Mercy Me. They don't have halal at Farm Boy. Go pay the deposit, Lisa. Yeah, I gotta go.
Why would you care about halal now? You didn't care about halal when you came through the airport in your vlog and you ate the chicken sandwich. They said I couldn't find anything halal. And that's not true because anything that was a vegetarian sandwich would have probably been halal. I know because my friend's dad was a halal butcher in the UK. And she was generally eating a vegetarian diet because she knew she would not be able to find out whether that meat really was halal. So the only place she really trusted it from was her dad. And she was happily vegetarian with it. She didn't mind. See, that's how little you care. You don't care. Just go eat the damn sandwich, girl. You're lying anyway. You already told people you lied about fasting and stuff. So we know you're going to lie about going to get the sandwich there too. Why? Continue. I mean, part of it is great because it's fun to hear all the lies. But the other part that makes me sad is the amount of money that she takes from people. I don't care about her health because I know that other people are learning not to replicate her bad habits. All right, she's almost done because this is longer than I wanted it to be. I apologize.
A little bit later. It's like a giant beanbag. I don't know, would I break it? We hated him for it. Teardrop. Pennington's Beeze. Not right now, Brenda. What do you mean, agent? A beanbag in a hurry. They didn't even say that. I watched the video. A beanbag in a hurry. Did they say that? I didn't hear that. A love sack. Love sack, baby. No, don't talk about love and sacks. It makes me sad. I want to go back to Kuwait. So,
See, every time she talks about want to go back to Kuwait, she's setting it up so that you know she's going to be back on that plane to Kuwait, and she's going to say, "I just miss my husband so much." So just be prepared. She's not staying in Canada. She can't get an apartment. She's got ruined credit. There's a snowstorm. Where's she putting a deposit? How's she already found a place that quick? People are struggling to find places in Canada. And she roll on in there and try begging for money, saying she's putting down a deposit and all the stuff after she just spent supposedly this much money on a flight and $2,000 on her car. I'm sure the reason why the price on the car repairs went up was because the last time you got a quote was when you were there in December, and now you're back in April, and there's been such a thing as inflation. So it's probably gone up $500, sweetheart. Should have had it fixed when it was $1,500. But you're too lazy because you had to live stream every day out of that Kia. So you couldn't afford to put it away. See, this is the thing. That's why we didn't see her. Well, that's why it was handy for her to use that time during the ban, because she couldn't make money on YouTube anyway. And that gave her time to get the car fixed because she can't film out of her mum's house. She's never going to get enough. So just get ready for the bed rot in the Kia. Okay, that's all we're going to see the whole time she's here is snowy Canada in the Kia.
Any rock to like TV shows in that? Maybe. Get a waterbed. I'm cracking you up, Deirdre. Okay, I'll make an Amazon wish list and no one will buy anything for me. So I don't like asking people for things anyways. I guess I can make one and just keep it there.
See, I haven't the end. Okay. And she just said she's going to make an Amazon wish list. And how she doesn't want people to give her stuff, but she gave out her PayPal and her Instagram for people to send her money. And she clearly tells people which fast food places or takeout places she's about to go to and what she wants to eat so that people probably can order food in her name that she can go and pick up. She relies on everybody out there to support her financially. And with this is her content. Go ahead, be my guest. You guys go give her all the money you want, but you're a fool, in my opinion. And I don't care if people get upset that I use that word. Then that's fine. But the people who do it and support it, what else do you want me to call them?
Whoever wants to get something can, and if not, I'll just get it like whenever I can, like things I'm actually gonna want. But it's more like things I need. Like I have to get everything. It sucks. Like a TV wall, a friggin' TV unit. Like I don't like thinking of. I don't care about that stuff. Honestly, I lay in bed on my phone. Like what more do I need? A bed, phone, kitchen crap. My Bluetooth.
What you actually need, Chantel, is inpatient care to take care of the issues that you have that make you perpetuate why you don't take care of your health and your eating issues. That's what you need to do. You don't need to be out here gaslighting these poor people in your audience. You need to be an inpatient, taking control of your health and your eating problems, in my professional opinion. But you're never going to do that. You're just going to sit here and milk what you can out of these poor people until you're back on a plane in Kuwait, until you feel like you're safe enough, or you've taken care of whatever your taxes are, or that Kuwait has greenlit your tourist visa, that you've spent enough time back in your home country that you can technically apply now as another tourist to Kuwait. Because that's what's going on. Don't tell anybody anything else. And I'd put money on it. I can't wait to because we're all putting our theories out there, but that's mine. And I don't think I'm alone.
Oh, thanks, Hopeless. Am I hopeless? What? Wait, okay. Is that better? You have a wish list too, Teardrop? I wish I could buy everything on there for you. Do I like having Foodie Beauty again? Not really, but why am I in Canada? I don't even know how to answer that anymore. People, it took me like an hour live stream to explain it. Bally, go watch my live stream when I first got here. Okay, sorry about the audio. I'm gonna put it in rice. Does barley work, or it has to be rice? No, I haven't, Mimi. What's the tea? Is there anything? Like, what's the big deal? People keep asking me that, but I haven't had time to catch up with any drama. Okay, good teardrop. I thank you. Get dollar store rice, no need for premium. Heck yeah. Dollarama. There's a lot of Dollaramas here. And okay, now I'm starting to freeze.
And I already spoke about why she can't afford the drama. She can't afford another channel strike. All right, continue. She's got a few more minutes. I've had a lot to say about this because she's gotten really wild in this video.
Hey, Crafty Gypsy. You know what I'm craving for lunch? A really good quality pastrami sandwich with yellow mustard, buttered, slightly toasted rye bread, half of a kosher dill pickle. Yeah. Kim Richards, welcome home. Good for you, honey. Oh, thank you, Kim Richards. You didn't have to.
She just put her food order. Did you hear that? She just gave, okay, the food order. It's a snowstorm, remember? She's talking about lunch. She just let whoever know what her food order for lunch is because she described it perfectly. So she's having these folks. The only time she potentially bought food is when she goes to the restaurant or she went to that one drive-through. But anytime other things, she is ordering these things from her audience, her feeders, whoever, and then they are going ahead and placing that order for her. That's what's happening. Wild. Girl, you are just blazing.
Thank you. And thanks for the warm welcome. Toilet paper. No. I have a bidet. I'm going to ask the people if they can install it. I think I know how. So I'll show it. It's very easy. We had an extra hose one, which is the better one. No, Brad? No, Brenda. I don't like Jojo Siwa. Who is that? New York fries! Yum! Oh my gosh. Go to Sonic. Yeah, we have to cross the border. Candace Owens, still a Beezer. I think so. Yeah. True Cassies. Hey, mistress! I'm enjoying it. It was good. It was not bad. It was morning, so it's fresh. But it's usually always fresh. But I'm off and on, missing Salah and my pets and everything. I was just used to the life there, the routine, the comfort, and it's gonna take some getting used to. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling okay. Hey, Turbo Toots. No Chick-fil-A sauce? Chick-fil-A.
Probably just not very comfortable having to sit in the Kia all the time. At least at the apartment, she, every time she needs to run up and get to the bathroom, which is going to probably be pretty soon after this cup of coffee, I'm guessing, because coffee works like a diuretic, and it can help move the bowels. So I would suggest with Chantel having no gallbladder, probably being closer to a restroom while consuming coffee, especially a double iced cappuccino, might be a good idea. But anyway, I'm sure even though she's happy to be in Canada and getting some Mary Jane on and getting all this takeout purchase for her, she is allegedly, she is not enjoying, the lack of being able to be so sort of free inside of a space because she's stuck inside this little Kia. So she's not next to like I said, the bathroom, this, that, and the other. So there's like give and take to both sides for Chantel. And because you can't get an apartment in Canada. Like I said, I don't think her family's going to sign for her. This girl's got trash credit. She got trash. And I apologize for the jet noise, everybody. For some reason, they just started up. So you're going to hear them in the background. I do apologize. We all have our crosses to bear when we're trying to film, and mine are the jets here in Virginia Beach that seem to think that my apartment, which are not technically supposed to fly over, is like a runway.
Plan a trip to Florida. There's a lot of snow right now. Hot tea. Really, mistress? Ground beef is good with spaghetti sauce. Yeah, it is snowy here. Yeah, very snowy. We just got a huge snowfall. I want to see the eclipse. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Agent. I'm not going to look at it, but I don't want to go blind. Every time I look at you, I go blind. Peace like that song. I don't like
Oh, that's hilarious to hear about you not suddenly wanting to be blind, Chantel. Well, let me tell you a little bit about diabetic retinopathy. Okay, that Genumet, I don't think that you keep thinking is the miracle drug. Nice of your teeth, or about to be loss of teeth, I should say. That you are going to lose your eyesight from diabetic retinopathy. It's one of the largest reasons why there is blindness in diabetic type 2s, is because, and even type 1s, is because of diabetic retinopathy. And those reader glasses that Salah put, I'm always going to screw up his name, I apologize, picked up for you, that's not going to cut it. And you need to have regular checks. And you're obviously not controlling your blood sugars. So how do you think you're going to have problems with your eyes? So why would you suddenly care about an eclipse? Go stare at it point blank, girl. Won't make a difference with your eyes, to be honest.
I don't really love 5440. Okay. That's another brown music. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so I better go because the morning coffee does my stomach in. Yeah, I'm trying to stay focused on myself here, guys.
I just told you, didn't I? She's no gallbladder. She took down a double cappuccino, and she needs to get to that toilet quickly. I told you. Say I'm a registered nurse, and Chantel. Well, anybody who's experienced, but for those of you who are young or not aware, coffee is going to move your bowels, and the amount of food that Chantel's been consuming, there's a lot to be moved.
That's what I got to do, my king. Yeah, it's going to be very visible from where I am. Yeah. Plain Jane burgers and pizza. I don't know, Gemma. Probably not wheelchairs, but... Okay, guys, I'm going to go for now. This is just a short one. More walks, but not in this crap. Hell no. My sketches are frozen. I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. Night of the Comet. Yes, teardrop.
More walks? She complained about walking a little bit in an airport in Frankfurt. What are you talking about? You folks are insane in the chat. Sorry. Didn't mean to cough. Yeah, you guys are insane in the chat. The sketches. You need a proper pair of shoes fitted for you, girl. Those sketches, those things are just the worst. I know they fit your feet because your feet get swollen. And so they can stretch and, go into different sizes as you have and don't have fluid on your feet. Because I'm sure when you're elevating your feet, you probably have no fluid down on them. But the second you're out and walking and you're out and about and you have your feet dependent, and that's probably why you don't like sitting in the car, because now your feet are dependent to the floor. And I can let you know if you're having any problems with your heart and you're eating all that sodium, that fluid is going to be accumulating around your feet and ankles. And your feet are going to be horribly swollen. Last thing I would recommend for somebody like you, Chantel, especially after having just had long haul flights and stuff, one, you're still at a high risk of having a DVT. Just want to throw that out there. Deep vein thrombosis, especially with the number of long haul flights you're doing. So you still have a couple of weeks that you could still have an event. So I hope you don't have any leg pain come up, because then, we could suspect for that. Then secondly, with all that sodium that you're consuming and probably having an enlarged heart, because goodness knows what your blood pressure is too, your feet sitting dependent in that core is about the worst thing for you. And of course, now for the next couple of weeks, that's the only way that you're going to be able to stream until you can get your visa renewed back to Kuwait. So good luck with that. Even I, at the moment, am sitting with my legs elevated up on a puff thing, because even I understand with my sort of problems with my leg veins and stuff, and I'm a skinny little runner over here, that it is best to always, if you can, once you get home, for anybody actually, this is good medical advice or just good health advice, get the legs elevated to help with that venous system, help bring fluid around. It's much better to keep the legs up. Legs, it's hard to always have your feet dependent. So this is the worst for her. And like I said, I apologize for the noise. It's terrible today. They really are going wild.
We can do Eclipse live. It is snowing. Okay, bye. I'm going to go find a washroom and get on with my day. I don't know if I'll be able to go live later, so I guess I'll just see you guys when I see you. Thanks, guys. Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Okay, let me get over to here. Let me get her gone. This, jeez, I want to stop her. Okay, guys, I had to get rid of Chantel. All right. Okay, so yeah, I've already. Oh wow, I made a very short video, very long. Okay, well, I'm gonna finish up here. We're gonna keep lie counting Chantel. She's obviously sitting in a snowstorm. They were told not to move. She is claiming she is going to be taking care of the apartment deposit when it's pretty obvious that she has zero credit in Canada and cannot put a deposit down on anything. Nobody's going to rent anything to this person. It's lies. She's now talking about putting out an Amazon wish list. She is dry begging her audience. Oh, well, I had a whole list of things that she's been up to lately. Let me finish them out and then I'll say goodbye. Because I have a whole list of the things that she's been doing that have just been absolutely affecting her ability to show any type of legitimacy. Let me see. All she wants is food. She doesn't care about her health. She's just dumping on her channel again. Oh, I wrote a whole list of her lies here. Oh, about the Kia getting fixed. Oh, here they are. Okay. Okay. She has to keep up to return to Canada to get to keep her health benefits every 8 months and stuff. I mean, there's all sorts of things. She had to come home basically for a little bit, but she's no intention of staying. All right, guys. I can't take this recording with these jets anymore, so I do apologize for that. If you do like this type of content, do hit the subscribe. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and we will see you next time.